We now go to Tobago, and we will be talking with Ms. Karen O'Connor, the CEO of the C2C Marathon, and Margaret Hinkson, who is a volunteer. Now, the Tobago International C2C Marathon is set to host the third race in May on the 19th and 20th, 2018, and they will tell us more about that. And they are joining us via Skype. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
And how are you both this morning? How is Tobago?
Tobago is fabulous.
Great, as always.
I want to come and take a vacation there, hopefully I'll be able to do that for this race event which is coming up. Can you tell us about that?
Well, it's going to be over 3 days, the events at the village. We will start on the 18th, and we have calling that Friday, FRY, because it's going to be a fisherman fish fry in Lambo on Petitrew Beach, which is adjacent to the Magdalena. The next morning, they run the 5 and the 10K, followed by the prize giving. And that evening at 4 p.m., we have our TASA jump up. And this is something unique to the marathon. We actually have the runners coming into TASA drummers beating at the finish line, and people love it. But that jump up will start at 4. They'll be met in the village when they come from the fishing depot by African drummers. And it's a wonderful experience because after the call and response, they beat in unison. We're going to be crowning Tobago's karaoke monarch that night also. You have to be registered to run, to enter, but it's a $10,000 prize. And it's just sheer fun. And there's the carb loading for the runners who the Sunday will run all the way from Main Ridge to Petitrew Beach. And the half marathoners start in Goodwood, end up at the same finish line. And after our prize giving, what's going to be interesting this year and new, we're going to have Last Lap, which is going to be a post-race event. All races have it, but this is going to be our first one. And it's going to be Tobago style. Clean, green, serene. It's going to be fun.
And can I just add one thing? For the TASA jump up on Saturday afternoon, we are hoping to get the Bishop's High School African drummers to join the mini parade because they stole the show at the recent music festival, and we think we would love to have them join us.
And this event is in collaboration with Republic Bank and FLU, and also the Tobago House of Assembly's Division of Tourism and Youth Affairs.
Yes. Republic Bank, THA, we have been supported very much to the hilt from the beginning, and it's made the journey a whole lot easier and much more fun because everyone's involved. And it's the nature of a marathon and races anyway. You couldn't pull it off with tons of volunteers, and volunteers on every level, in every spectrum of society.
So it's a lot to look forward to, and the prize money is also something that is an incentive for these people to be there for.
Very much so. We have the largest prize money in this region, $60,000 US, and people are happy about that. I mean, compared to like a reggae marathon, it's 16,000. So we're doing well here in Tobago.
Yeah.
Thanks to Republic Bank.
You are in collaboration with Republic Bank, FLU, and the THA. So funding, how has that been?
The funding has been excellent. Republic Bank took on the prize money, which is no small feat. I'm sorry?
No, continue, sorry.
Yeah, and the THA, from the beginning, they allowed us to grow and nurtured it along in terms of the visibility and the raising the profile of Tobago. And FLU, they have given us advertising throughout the region, and there was financial support.
And you have there's a team of volunteers that will be there as well. I want to get, what can the people look forward to when they come there then? You talk about it's a 3-day event, and they would expect a level of comfort in terms of security and people assisting and that kind of thing.
Oh, absolutely. And I have to tell you, I spent 21 years in the New York City Police Department, so security is paramount for me. The police here are very involved in keeping the runners and the onlookers safe. We have ambulance team, we have a doctor on the Marathon Village in the medic tent. We have just an array of massage therapists and professionals and private security that all come together to make this event safe and secure.
And I just want to get your colleague there in on the discussion as well. There are a lot of international athletes participating. How well do you think this would work for the development of Tobago and Tobago's tourism?
Well, I think it's fantastic because this is our third year and we've already had I believe the number is 44 runners from 10 different countries who have participated. And these are elite runners, and the idea is that not only do they attract more runners from their countries, Kenya in particular, we have several Kenyan runners, Cuba, Venezuela, the other Caribbean islands, but it also attracts visitors. And there was another point I wanted to make and I've forgotten.
Well, I think Margaret is a volunteer. She has a background in tourism and with the hotel school. And let me say that we were told our first year by people who have run all around the world that we had the best carb loading, and that was thanks to the hotel school here in Tobago, and they're back on board in a big way to do it the way they do it. They come up with things like put that back mashed potatoes and busted tape yams, and it's really good and good quality, and the young people out there and they're serving, and it makes your heart feel good.
And the other thing that we can point out, recently the Tourism Division and the Ministry of Sport had consultations talking about developing sport tourism, and we fit perfectly into that. And of course into community tourism, because our marathon aims to develop the community tourism for Lambo, which is the village where we are centered, and of course the main ridge rainforest where our marathon starts, so that we have quite a link with tourism and the marathon.
Yeah. Can we get some information as relates to the races and where they will be starting, how long is it? And I know that the C2C Marathon is a certified course as well?
Yes, it is. The marathon itself starts in the main ridge forest and it will end on Lambo Beach. The most elite runners can do that in over 2 hours, just over 2 hours. The half marathon starts in Goodwood, and the 10K, that starts on the Saturday. That will be from the Claude Noel Highway in Bacolet, and the 5K, which is everybody's race, starts in Sangsters Hill. So you can walk a 5K. This is not the kind of thing where you have to go train and prepare. We like the fact that we have elite runners and we have weekend warriors and people who just come together for a lime and a walk, and we want them all there.
And registration deadline for all the races is May 5th, 2018?
Well, it is May 5th, but if you want to register as a team, and we have teams as much as 70 people, they have to be registered by the 14th of April, so the clock's ticking.
And how can people register?
Go to C2CMarathon.com, just as it's spelled.
Yeah,
SEATOSEA Marathon, MARATHON.com.
Yeah. So is a lot to look forward to. So, you have the Tobagonians. Do you expect people from other countries to come in as well? I see some participants from Cuba and Kenya would be there as well. But I just want to ask you about the seepage problems from Trinidad to Tobago and from Tobago to Trinidad. Is that going to be a problem for the organization there?
We have asked people to buy their tickets and buy their tickets early. And if you want to be really secure, go with flying. We have been told that things should be online at the end of April. And by nature, and I'm optimist, so unless I hear differently, I'm working with that.
Right, well, thank you very much, Ms. Karen O'Connor, the CEO of C2C Marathon, and Ms. Margaret Hinkson, who is a volunteer for the C2C Marathon, which is starting on May 18th and goes until May 20th, 2018, and that takes place in Tobago. The starting place for that race is at Mainridge Forest Reserve near Bloody Bay on the Caribbean Sea. So a lot to look forward to when it comes to what is happening over in Tobago. Now we